spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Goff now looks to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 65 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their fifth-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Singletary to get the drive started. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game of NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. It's complete to Cook. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run for the first time with James Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after all. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. To throw is gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CeeDee?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
On first down, gone. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. This defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the red zone now, Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Throwing again on second down. Goff. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to move back in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time right when they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 44 seconds to go before halftime. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Moss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Singletary. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Holding, offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Still 1st down.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Allen.
And this is going to be intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Go off a handoff here to Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to the ground. This time Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What a luxury to have a guy like this. It can not only spell your starter, it can come in and keep drives going.
Throwing is Allen on third. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And some space here. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On first down, it's gone. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Swift going to try up the middle. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third. Gone. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Patterson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, right where the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Scratch out only about a yard after the 32. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Singles and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score. A fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Off play action. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. Now Allen, got to have this one. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Martin, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he is going to have the Bills first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line.
So out now come the Lions.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time.
And it's 2nd down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Oh, and what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
From the gun, here's Swift.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Goff now looks to throw. It's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gone. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Now gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach, because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Derek Barnes in on the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
What can Allen do now with his drive? He gets this complete to Diggs.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Allen.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Swift.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. On second down, Swift. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the